Technicians do not make money. And I say that from a place of real, genuine pain. I can easily tell you with a fair amount of confidence that I'm the best 3D animator, visual effects artist, and video editor in the state of West Virginia. And those skills add exactly zero to my bank account. Hello everybody, this is Joe Justice, the Kanawha Valley Hustler, and in today's video I want to explain to you why your skills are not the product and why it is that the businesses that tend to win are the ones that sell outcomes and not talent. So this is a very upsetting truth to a lot of craftspeople. They think of themselves as the best in a technical sense, the best technicians and whatever it is that they do, whether it's crafts, physical crafts, making things with their hands, using leather or wood, carpentry, working construction or whatever that might be, or they do the best with their mind. Maybe they work in IT, maybe they work in business consulting, or maybe they work in something technical like digital marketing or advertising, maybe branding. Maybe they think that they're the best that there is in crafting logos and understanding color theory and all of those types of things. So, and I'm not arguing that you're not. What I'm trying to explain to you is the simple fact is you're not making money as a technician. If you're a business owner, if you've got a job, that's a different story. So this video is not for people that are working a job. This is for people that want to own and grow a business. And it's in that business when you're working inside of it and doing the work, that's the area when you're stuck in that you're not growing. So the best way to kind of think about this is that the world respects skills. They want you to be the best mechanic, the best designer, the best craftsman that there is. But the market pays for results. They don't pay for anything else. So if you wake up and you've got a leaky faucet, you're not paying for a better wrench. You're not going to go to Lowe's and buy the best possible wrench. You want it fixed. You're going to hire somebody that can fix it and fix it as cheaply as possible or as effectively as possible, whatever your buying decision is. And that's what the market, and that's really what the market is constantly shifting between all those things. There are a certain number of DIY people that are going to go to Lowe's and they're going to look for the best wrench. And they're going to look for things like that, and they're going to do it themselves. There's certain people that want it done immediately. They don't care how much it costs. They want to get the fastest person. And there's other people that are going to be looking for different criteria. Everybody has the different criteria, but the bottom line is, at the end of the day, it's the result. It's the leak stops. When the leak stops, that's what gets paid for. And that's what the market is. That's what the market rewards. And a lot of business owners get stuck in this area where they are doing the work. They're the ones turning the wrench. Well, if you're the one turning the wrench, you're not improving your skills. You're not training other people so that, let's say somebody wants it done as quickly as possible. Well, if you're busy doing another job, you can't get to them and get it done any quicker. But what you could do is if you hired somebody, what you might be able to do is you both do it. So he could do the other jobs while you're sitting there doing this job. So now you're faster. And that's what the market is going to reward. That's what is going to grow your business is as you bring on employees. But that's an entirely different skill set. So just think about that as a simple way to understand it. The more employees you have, the more output you can do. And that's got nothing to do with your ability to turn a wrench. Again, all this being related to being a plumber, but it applies to every single business. So real quick, if you're an Appalachian business looking to grow, get more attention, build your brand, you just want a little bit of help with that, you can just give me a call or a text. Either one's fine at 304-853-5522, and I'll be more than happy to kind of talk you through what you need to work on and maybe give you some ideas for some suggestions on moving forward, because you got to get attention. You got to show up. You've got to be visible to people. That's the way you grow in 2026. So make sure you reach out to me and I'll be sure to help you out with that. So let's take a look at what I do to give you kind of an idea. I'm very proud of my skill set. I'm very proud of the fact that I can edit video. I'm very quick with it. I can shoot video. I can do graphics. I can do 3D animation. I can do 3D visual effects. I can do all kinds of amazing things. But if I talk to somebody in a business and I say, hey, why don't we work together? I've got a new Panasonic camera that can do a 1.8 f-stop or something like that, something technical. Or I say, hey, by the way, I work in a logarithmic color space, so I'll be able to make sure that we get the high dynamic range that you're looking for. Is that going to matter to anybody that I'm operating with? Of course not. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to get you more attention. Hey, we're going to shoot this video. And they're just going to assume, based on how I show up and how I present myself, that I've got the technical skills and expertise to be able to do that type of thing. So I'm going to sell to them. I'm going to sell and promote the results. The results are going to be attention. So that's the way that I always personally drive business to myself. Hey, are you looking to get more attention online? Are you happy with the amount of attention that you're getting? Never am I going to say, hey, that lens that you're using right there on your iPhone, that lens doesn't have the proper aperture or something like that. Nobody cares about any of that kind of stuff. What they care about is the results, and that's what they're going to pay for. So what does this mean to you? What this means to you is it's time to start taking a step back from explaining the technical side of what you do. If somebody has a technical question, always be prepared to answer it. Always have it ready. But you want to speak in terms of outcomes. And no, by the way, peace of mind is not an outcome. So if you're selling something like insurance or cybersecurity or something like that, and you're selling peace of mind, that's not an outcome. Outcome is a problem solved. What problems do you solve? If somebody has recently been hacked and they don't want it to happen again, then your cybersecurity solution will prevent it from happening again. If somebody is afraid that they're going to die and leave their wife and kids holding the bag, then your insurance, your life insurance, is the solution to that. Now, that's not peace of mind. That's a direct solution. Hey, I'm going to make sure that your wife and kids are taken care of. Hey, I'm going to make sure that your employee isn't going to accidentally click on something that's going to cause you to lose all of your data and all of your respect with all of your clients. You want to focus on the problems you solve, not on the technical skills that are required in order to solve those problems. So it's true. I hate to admit it. I wish it wasn't true. I wish I could tell you otherwise. But the bottom line is, skills do not make money. What makes money is when you can attach those skills to a problem. When you can solve problems with your skills, with your craftsmanship, with your abilities, that's where you start making money. And then scaling beyond just yourself, that's when you really start making money. But that's an entirely different skill set than the skill that you're selling with solving that first problem. So remember, always look for solutions and always look to level up to that next step where you're able to get out of the business and work on your business rather than in your business. This is Joe Justice, the Kanawha Valley Hustler. I hope you found this helpful today, and I'm always reminding you to hustle hard, hustle smart, and hustle with a smile.